at Brands Hatch Circuit in Foxham, Great Britain. Andre Elliott from New Zealand is P1. Cookie from New Zealand is P2. V. Cracer from Australia is third. Jace NZ1 from New Zealand is fourth. The Death Ray from Australia is fifth. Sergenkos from Australia is P6. Kraka from Australia is 7th. Kuti from Australia is P8. Driven from Australia is 9th. Buck from Australia is P10. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Andre Elliott is P1. Cookie in Halewoods Hill is P2. The Death Ray is fourth. The Death Ray is now P8. Swampy Joel in Cooper Strait is 12th. Swampy Joel passed Lee Rogers for 11th. Driven in Bravum Strait is 7th. Dre from Australia in Halewoods Hill is 8th, 0.1 behind Driven. The Death Ray is P10, 0.5 behind Buck. Kuti in McLaren Bend is P14, 0.2 behind Titan. V. Cracer in Halewoods Hill is P2, 0.3 behind Cookie. Kraka is P4, 0.3 behind Andre Elliott. Jace NZ1 in McLaren Bend is 6th, 0.2 behind Sergenkos. Dre in Clark Curve is 8th, 0.5 behind Driven. Jace NZ1 in Halewoods Hill is 8th, 0.3 ahead of the Death Ray. Jace NZ1 lost P9 to Buck. Swampy Joel in Druids Bend is P12, 0.3 behind Lee Rogers. Andre Elliott in Clark Curve is 3rd. Andre Elliott passed Cookie for P2. Cookie in Paddock Hill Bend is 3rd, 0.1 behind Andre Elliott. Kraka is 4th, 0.4 behind Cookie. Kraka was 1.5 faster last lap. Driven in Cooper Straight is 8th, 0.4 behind the Death Ray. Cookie in Brabham Straight is 4th battling Kraka. The Death Ray in Paddock Hill Bend is 7th. Best lap is a 0:53.519. 0.578 off the fastest lap. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Driven is 9th, 0.3 behind Jace NZ1. Cootie in Cooper Straight is P11, 0.3 behind Lee Rogers. Cootie passed Lee Rogers for 10th. The Death Ray in Brabham Straight is P7. Jace NZ1 in Halewoods Hill is 8th, 0.1 behind the Death Ray. Jace NZ1 was 1.2 faster last lap. Jace NZ1 passed the Death Ray for 7th. The Death Ray from Australia in Graham Hill Bend is 8th, 0.2 behind Jace NZ1. Andre Elliott in Brabham Straight is P2, 0.4 behind V. Cracer. Jace NZ1 is 7th, 0.3 behind Dre. Dre in Druids Bend is 8th, 0.1 behind the Death Ray. V. Cracer is 2nd, 0.4 behind Andre Elliott. V. Cracer lost 2nd to Kraka. The Death Ray in Brabham Straight is P7, 0.6 behind Jace NZ1. Lee Rogers from England in Halewoods Hill is 11th, 0.8 behind Cootie. The Death Ray in McLaren Bend is P7, 0.6 behind Jace NZ1. Lee Rogers in Clark Curve is 11th, 0.8 behind Cootie. The Death Ray in Graham Hill Bend on lap 10 is P7, 0.6 behind Jace NZ1. B Cracer in Brabham Straight is P3, 0.7 behind Kraka. The Death Ray in Halewoods Hill is P7, 0.7 behind Jace NZ1. B Cracer is third, 0.5 behind Kraka. The Death Ray in Brabham Straight is P7, 1.0 behind Jace NZ1. B Cracer is P3, 0.1 behind Kraka. The leader has just finished the race. Andre Elliott finished first. Kraka finished P2. B Cracer finished P3. Titan finished 14th. Cookie finished 4th. Sergenkos finished 5th. Jace NZ1 finished 6th. The Death Ray finished 7th. Dre finished P8. Driven finished 9th. Cootie finished P10. Lee Rogers finished 11th. Buck finished P12. Swampy Joel finished P13.